Well, it looks like it's almost done, but it's not. I've got a few more things to do to it, but pretty much the fuel system is buttoned back up. As you can see, the tank is back on. But this was not as much fun to do as I would like it to be. If you'll recall from the last video, I removed the gas tank and I removed the carburetor rack, cleaned all that up. In this video of the Kawasaki ZR-750, I'm going to be reassembling the fuel system. It was horribly filthy from years of no use, and actually I think some mice had made a nest in the intake. So we got all that cleaned out. So this video is the reassembly, just showing some of the issues we ran up against trying to put the carburetor rack back in. But everything's buttoned up and clean. All that's remaining is to get the battery charged, put some fuel in it, and see if it won't fire up. Back to work on this Kawasaki 750, reassembling the carburetor. All the jets and components are cleaned. We were going to change the float assemblies, not just float, but actually the float valve, and maybe the jet. And this tells you how hard it is to find proper parts on eBay, but this kit is only good for the gasket on the bowl. So we got a bunch of parts we can't use, but the parts on the carburetor look good anyway, so no worries. So we're about to install the carburetor rack, and we're putting these transition tubes from the air box to the carburetor in first. These tubes have a notch in them that helps you line them up properly, but you still need to make sure they're in the correct orientation, because they can be installed with that notch in two ways, 180 degrees out. So they have to have the proper angle going to the carburetor. We're having a great time getting this carburetor in. What we finally decided to do was to take off these ports going from the carburetor to the intake, put them on the carburetor itself, and then just slide it right in there. That actually worked. I had to take all these tubes off that are held in by Allen bolts between the carburetor and the head, and assemble those with the carburetor, and then slide it in, and then finagle these tubes back onto the carburetor. That was quite challenging, especially to get underneath there where you have to tighten up all those Allen heads. And the only way I could do that was to take an old Allen wrench and grind it down to make it short enough to fit, because otherwise it won't fit between here and here, where that Allen head is and the carburetor. Gonna charge up the battery now, and we're gonna see if we can't get this thing running smoothly with some fresh gas. Please give me that thumbs up, and please subscribe. You can definitely help my channel by doing those two things.